The trial for the judicial review for the jail project will be called in October 2024. Prime Minister Dr. Drew instructed AG Garth Wilkin to have the case dismissed. But why would Dr. Drew want the judicial review dismissed? A review that would bring to light persons who were involved in the underselling. Prime Minister Dr. Drew has already said publicly that he has no problem revoking citizenship from these persons.
My integrity on this matter is critically important. I have to protect the country and my integrity. Can you imagine if I was naming this? Just imagine if I was naming this. I think part of the saving grace of all of this is that I am not named.
However, MSR media attorney Mr. Damien Kelsick, King's Counsel, made it clear to the court that he has in his possession evidence proving that Prime Minister Dr. Drew sold citizenship beneath the legal price. That evidence will be submitted this week to the court. The lawyer for Caribbean Galaxy, Mr. Anthony Ross, King's Counsel, was present to observe the proceedings. Galaxy and CS Global have this administration in a chokehold. The government seems paralysed by these two juggernauts and lacks the intestinal fortitude to pursue recovery of our CBI money.
He didn't know how come I have all the contract and all the invoice, and he didn't. We're going to remind these people their duty as public servant. So, yes, we have laid out a plan. Right now, the government, Garth Wilkin, is busy to fight me, so that I don't put those evidence in the court. I'm trying to help him, right? So now he's probably offended because I've exposed in US federal court his WhatsApp messages, and obviously it shows that he knew about it and didn't prosecute anybody. But I like Garth Wilkin a lot. Honestly, I think he's a brilliant, intelligent guy who has made really the most wonderful laws and reform in St. Kitts about corruption and good governance. So once his bitterness and his emotional reaction to try to stop me to prove in court of the fraud, there is a point, and that point is going to be in 3 months, where both government will say, approach my lawyer and say, we would like to join you in the action that you have to get that money. $600 million for St. Kitts, US. I mean, Drew talks about sustainable island and all that. People are starving right now. There is a rise of crime in both islands. Unbelievable. Can you imagine what you could do with $600 million or $1 billion US in St. Lucia? So they're not prepared to that. Things have to happen instead, right? First, August 30, evidence, banking pressure, government pressure. Everybody knows at that time, evidence are there. You know, European Union, United States, they will see, they will have the RICO case evidence. They don't need to wait 5 years then, you know. Then these people will have the evidence that those leaders have lied to them. And that's why, and before I forget, I want to say something, because I've congratulated yesterday Roosevelt Skerrit, the Prime Minister of Dominica. We had an exchange, and I want to say that what Roosevelt Skerrit has done this week is groundbreaking.
You're talking about the passports that were revoked?
Absolutely. He has given a signal, right, that not good, we're revoking citizenship, right? And I told him, I say, listen, what you've done is giving the signal. Because they will talk about the memorandum of understanding with the minimum law, that it's groundbreaking. It's not groundbreaking. You have laws in St. Lucia where your passport for the real estate auction costs $200,000. It didn't stop you to allow the CIP to allow the sales agent to sell it for half the price. If those people are scam artists, they scam artists with the memorandum or without the memorandum. But what Roosevelt Skerrit has done is weak, and he needs to be applauded for that.
But some would
Yes.
say, his back was really against the wall